So what we're looking at here is an email that appears to have arrived from Geek Squad. Now, if you're a business owner or an individual who has used Geek Squad in the past, this email might look quickly, immediately legitimate. Or if you haven't used Geek Squad and maybe you think you forgot or something, this could just really throw you off. So you receive an email, it says you have a bill. It looks pretty legitimate. I mean, look up here, your invoice, you got an invoice number, your payment was captured successfully. Look at that. So you're basically implying that you've already been charged $655. Well, I'm going to tell you the first thing that really stands out is the fact, if you look here, there is a Gmail email address from some random name. If Geek Squad is sending out invoices, or any company for that matter, it's very most likely going to have a domain name. This part of the email right here, the domain, is going to be related to that company name. Now, there's some other things here, obviously. The email isn't really pretty, but you know, I've seen billing and invoice emails from legitimate companies that aren't really fancy looking. Here's some other problems with this. It says Dear and there's no name. Either it was a blank name when they sent out this bulk email, or you know, it was just really careless. Notice there's no spacing here too. You know, there's just some funny things. And if you read, you know, I've heard this term, but this is like some unusual wording, like telephonic support. Normally you would say telephone support. And let's see here. Silver Plus plan. I mean, you could just as easily contact Geek Squad. Is really the sensible. If you ever receive an email like this and you've used Geek Squad in the past, you're not sure. I mean, of course you can always check your bank account, see if actually a debit did come out. Obviously, there's no reference to the account, so you know, you could have a bunch of bank accounts or credit cards for a business and not sure which one it came out of, so you might be prompted to call. Big mistake to make a phone call. I would be my opinion, do not call these numbers, because basically what they're going to try to do is get you to engage and to get a payment or to find out some way to get your credit card information. Offer you something that seems like you're getting a deal, whereas it's just more of a continued scam. So anyway, this is just a quick overview. It's really, really important to always evaluate emails, no matter how legitimate they look, particularly when you're receiving them from a company that you've done business with before or an individual you've done business with before, because sometimes it's very easy to misjudge that email because of the content. It just looks fine right when you get it. It just looks fine, and you're in a rush. You're going through all your emails, you're replying to everybody, you're responding, you're taking actions, whatever. Well, I hope this was helpful. I've seen this email going around quite often in the last 3-4 months, particularly from the Geek Squad email, and I'm sure that they are aware of it, because I'm sure people are calling and asking and trying to figure out if this was legitimate or not. But that's always the best thing to do if you ever receive an email from a company, even if it looks completely legitimate, before you start clicking on links, unless it's, you know, obviously something you're very familiar with and you're already 100% certain. If you have any slightest doubt, always just contact the company directly and ask them if it is legitimate, and if so, get all the details and everything, and then take it from there. But all right, thanks for watching. Hopefully this was helpful.